Good morning, it's Zahrina Robertson here, and I am hosting today's show on how to make an impact with your brand. And today we have Elise, Mah Chut, and she has got a beautiful, beautiful blog, and she's actually a startup, and that blog is called Dressing the Bump. Now, welcome, Elise. How are you?
Thank you. I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, that's good. It's my pleasure, my darling. Elise is a beautiful mum to one and one on the way. And so Dressing the Bump as a blog is an interesting story to unpeel today. So we're going to, unpeel what it's all about of a startup blog and all the things that have gone into making this startup significant from you. Yeah, so talk to me about your blog then.
Dressing the Bump is really a blog website that's dedicated to new mums and expectant mums. How it came about is that, look, I'm second time pregnant, and I remember back to the first time that I was pregnant and how hard it was to find pregnancy clothes and maternity fashion. I'm looking around the websites and on the internet for information, and it was very hard for me to find the information that I was after.
Yes. Yeah.
I found that there's a lot of information dotted sort of everywhere, but there wasn't one central resource that I can go to where I can get unbiased information. So, and this is where the idea is born. And I suppose that the reason why I wanted to start this blog is that I am passionate about the saying that you need to look after yourself before you can look after others.
Yes.
It's not about being selfish. I believe that you need to be at your best, look your best, feel your best before you can serve others, and whether that's being a mum or being what you do professionally. And it's all about you're maintaining your self-identity while you're pregnant. So it doesn't mean that you need to lose your identity just because you're pregnant and your body shape is changing. It's about just empowering women.
Oh gosh, that's beautiful. And how many ladies you're going to be serving? You're going to be very busy.
I hope so. Yeah,
that's awesome. I think it's having a blog is such a great way of communication these days, and we all know that. And I think that, but as a startup, it's a really interesting way of going about putting a message out there, and for something that you're really passionate about. And I think that's a great way. And you're very visual as well. So how much has that helped with your message, like that visual aspect of putting together your message and your blog? Like, how important has it been? Like,
it's look, in this day and age, people are so time poor. And everybody is very visual. You want a quick snapshot of something, and a picture says 1,000 words. So it's very important for me that any content that I put forward is engaging, and that when you see it, you just get it straight away. And even with the blog content, I want to make sure that it's not too long, that busy mums, whether you're working or not, that you can just read it within 5 minutes and go, yep, okay, I've got the message, I know exactly what I need to do. Some great tips that I can just go and run with. So visual is very important for me.
Oh, that's great. Like, we all have challenges in businesses, and every day there's always a challenge for, I think, any entrepreneur. What has been a couple of your top 3 challenges that you would sort of experienced? Has it been technological? Has it been maybe trying to get your personal brand message across with the blog? What's been like a challenge that you've experienced?
Oh, look, I think the challenge is probably the technical side of it.
Oh, it's technical.
Coming from a brand marketing background,
yes.
I know all about branding, and I'm very passionate about sending the right message across. And coming from that background, you usually have people doing it for you, and having that technical support. But when you do it yourself, it's completely new learning curve in terms of, okay, well, how do I go about the website? How do I go about the logo? How do I go about, placing content? And how do I structure the actual website in terms of navigation? It's like it's all new, and it's an area that I'm still learning.
Yes.
As a startup blog, and I'm looking to other blog sites for inspiration as well.
Yeah. So when we've got that, you've had that challenge. How are you sort of overcoming this? Have you tapping into your website developers' minds? You know what I mean? Like, how are you solving your problem there with technology?
Look, one is trial and error. I think you just need to go with it and run with it. And, there's a saying that if you want to fail fast and fail early, because less people know about it. And that's the only way that you're going to learn. So it's by trial and error, and just try it. There's an 80-20 rule that I'd stick to, is that when it's 80% ready, I've run with it. I used to be the type of person that is, everything needs to be 100% before it goes live.
Yeah.
But, somehow if you apply that, you're never going to get there, because it's never going to be 100%. So there's the 80-20 rule that I apply. And the other thing is that reach out to your network, put your hand up and say, look, I need help. This is an area that it's not my strength. And just put your hand up and put it out there that say, hey, look, guys, I need some help. And people will usually help you. They're genuine.
Yeah, I agree. And it's just wonderful when you've got that help, it feels like, oh gosh, I can move forward faster. Instead of getting in a rut and thinking, oh no, just going into a cave. Don't do that.
No.
Just to tie up some things, like some of the things that you did when you started your blog. So, like, as a startup, what are some of the key things that you did to start up? To get going?
So the first thing I did was obviously coming up with a name for the blog. And I want it to be really simple and really easy to understand. So dressing the bump is a very targeted message to say, hey, this blog is about dressing your bump.
Yeah.
And the second thing I did was to check the social handles and the URL to make sure that it hasn't been taken and that it's not too close to something that already exists. So things like Facebook pages, Instagram and Twitter, Pinterest, and also the URL is to make sure that they're all available for you. Because the last thing you want is to establish something and realise that it's been taken or used by someone else.
Yeah, look at that. That's just gold. You know what I mean? There's a couple of things there that, are lots that we can learn about as a startup, if you are a startup, and even things moving forward. I think in business, if you're an entrepreneur, startup or existing, is that the technical aspect of, they can be outsourced, and you can tap into that. And as entrepreneurs, oh geez, we've got other things to do. We can just try and get those experts to tap into what they know and your network. So Elise, thank you very much for joining me today. What a pleasure. We've learned a lot.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been fun.
I tell you, dressing the bump is going to be rock. It's going to rock my world.
I'm really excited, yes. I'm really excited about this journey.
Yeah, well done. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Bye.